we already have all the information we need to know about Pixel 11, Pixel 11 Pro, and Pixel 11 Pro Fold, as well as Pixel Watch 5, and one new product that has never been released by Pixel before, which I'm also really excited for. A lot of impressions, videos, and reviews are already out, so we already have all the information we need directly on the Google website as well. So first of all, the base model Pixel 11. So I'm going to read out some of the upgrades here. So first of all, we have a new main camera that is 48 megapixels, which lets in 56% more light. So it's supposed to give much better quality shots, right? And we also have a smaller camera bump, right? So with a official Pixel case, you will get basically no camera bump, which is always great to see. And on all of these models, the batteries are slightly smaller than last year, but because Tensor G6 is 20% more efficient, we should get the same or even better battery life on these Pixels, right? And we also have thinner bezels. We have a new Titan M3 security chip, and we also have 3600 nits of peak brightness on the Pro phones, and I think 3500 nits on the base model. And we do have a new starting price for the base 11, $899, but it starts at $256. Some may not consider that a price hike, but I consider it a price hike. So it was 128 gigabytes for $799 last year. Now it's $899, but it starts at $256. So basically, they just got rid of the 128 gig option, right? And starts at 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, still the same 6.3-inch OLED. And it's 3000 nits for the base Pixel, not 3500. And as I've said, the camera upgrade is now 48 megapixels, larger sensor, and 30x super zoom now, which is better than last year's 20x because 20x was a little bit limited. And one thing that from the spec sheets and some of the reviews that are already out, we've noticed is video quality is better on all of these Pixels. It seems to be a software thing as well, so we may get this on older Pixels. But so far, the 11, pretty good upgrades, but a new starting price. And for the colors, we have Frost, which is this blue one right here, and then we have Obsidian, which is our usual black, Pistachio, which is a green, kind of like the hazel from the Pixel 9 Pro, and Hibiscus, which is not pictured here, but it's like a pink, right? And it's very, very vibrant, but it's not the pink you might think. It's kind of like purplish. But new colors are great. I'm just not really feeling the Hibiscus. All the other colors are great, though. And next, we're going to go on to the Pixel 11 Pro. So this right here is the Pixel 11 Pro and Pixel 11 Pro XL, right? So basically, I just want to set the record straight. Pixel 11 Pro and 11 Pro XL is basically the same. It's just one is a smaller 6.3-inch compact size and one is 6.8 inches, right? They both have basically the same specs, same cameras, same screen, but the XL does have a bigger battery, faster charging, and that's basically it. So this also has a new starting price. For the smaller 11 Pro, we have $1099 US for 256, which is also kind of like the base model 11. They just got rid of 128. But for the Pixel 11 Pro XL, it was still $256 last year. It's $256 this year as well. However, we just directly get a $100 price increase to $1,300 now. So basically just competing with the S26 Ultra and all the other flagships out there now. So let's see how it does this year, right? And for the upgrades, we have a new feature on the Pro phones, exclusive. We have this little notification dot. It's kind of the flashlight. It's integrated in the flashlight. It's LED. And there's up to 5 colors you can choose. And it can be used for Gemini, like having a conversation with Gemini, but a lot of things related to Gemini. And also receiving calls. And we are told that notification support will be coming sometime next week. But I will give an update on that when that does actually come. So basically, it's just a glowing light for notifications later. And calls and Gemini, right? So some of the stuff we've seen on Nothing phones previously. And we also have a RAM downgrade. So RAM Dagon is real. 12 gigabytes of RAM on both of them starting with 256. So last year, it was $999 on the base 11 Pro for 16 gigabytes of RAM. But this year, it's $1099 for 12 gigabytes of RAM. So RAM prices are here, and it looks like they're here to stay for now at least. And so basically, it's just higher prices across the board. And we have quite some big camera improvements for the Pro series. We have a 50 megapixel new main camera that's very, very big, actually. Not as big as like the Chinese phones, but still very big. So they're now competing with the full-fledged S26 Ultra flagships. We also have a new 5x telephoto, which is much bigger, and we can now finally take 5x portrait shots. So everything should be better in the camera department as well. And we also get this new feature where you can adjust the mode your pixels in, so it can be the natural pixel look, it can be no software processing, and you can basically do a lot of customization. And we also have the same AI stuff from last year, like AdMe and Super ProRes Zoom is now at 120x instead of 100. So I don't know who would ever need 120x zoom, but it's there if you need it. And we have colors is Canyon, Fog, which is this blue, which kind of similar to the Pixel 11 one, Olive, which is not pictured here, Matte Obsidian, right? So colors are very, very simple. This is the color I like. It's kind of reddish orange, but it's really nice. I think that's the Canyon colorway. But the Matte Obsidian, I'm really glad we finally have a matte option for the side rails, which is really, really good. And that's basically it for the Pro phones. But we do also have the Tensor G6. Oh, I forgot to mention, Tensor G6 is quite a leap in improvement, not in performance, but in efficiency and AI. But that is every year. So you won't notice any hiccups at all, except for maybe when gaming. And finally, we have one more phone. That's the Pixel 11 Pro Fold, right? It's a millimeter thinner, so it feels very thin. Not as thin as Z Fold 8 Ultra or like Automagic V6 or Oppo Find N6, but I am one of the few people that find the Pixel 10 Pro Fold's weight and like thickness comfortable because it feels very hefty in your hands, but it feels nice. So this thickness will hopefully reinforce that, and it's also lighter, quite a bit lighter, I think 20 grams or something. But we also have the same new main camera from the base model 11 and same 3600 nits of brightness from the Pro phones. So basically upgrades are across the board. And one thing I really like with the Pro phone, it gets much thinner bezels. You can't see in this picture, but on the outer screen and the inner screen, we have much thinner bezels, which is always good for a better experience. And for the colors, we have this olive green and a matte black obsidian. So this also gets a new price tag at $18.99 with no storage upgrades, but it does start at 16 gigabytes of RAM now. And that's it for phones. So a pretty nice lineup, but price hikes are definitely upon us. We have the same AI stuff that I won't talk about from last year, but we have a new watch, Pixel Watch 5. Design-wise, it's pretty similar to Pixel Watch 4, but you do get the first Tensor chip ever in a Pixel Watch, and it's going to be much, much improved from last year in terms of efficiency. We might get 2-day battery life now, and we have bigger battery and a brighter screen, just like your usual upgrades, and that's pretty much it for the watch. But we do have a new Pixel tag, which is kind of like an Air tag. So I'll show you guys this right here. It's the Pixel tag, which is the same price as Air tag, $29 for one or $99 for a 4-pack. And it uses Google's Find My, so it's a very big competitor to AirTag, or more or less the Android version of the AirTag. So overall, it's going to be really good. And that is everything launched or is going to be launched at tomorrow's Made by Google. But this is everything covered. And so as for the phones, I think they'd be pretty good. Not that much improvement, but the cameras are better, and everything is just a solid upgrade. And I'm really looking forward to the Pro and the Pro Fold. And I might be, just reviewing those pretty soon. So yeah, stay tuned for that.